What's up, Fifth Avenue? You with your boy Devin Cox. And you know how I like to start off every segment, you feel me? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change and the wisdom and knowledge to know the difference. You know what I mean? Now that we done got that out the way, you know what I mean? I just made it to Vegas. I'm in the airport right now. I got a layover until in the morning. Hit Phoenix and get back to my natural life. But I said while my little boy was over there sleep, you know what I mean? I was just thinking in my thoughts and shit, you know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna pursue this and get this thing done and getting going, you know what I'm saying? This podcast, because I'm serious about this year. But I'm gonna give y'all a little bit about me for the ones that don't know me, that might run across this page, you know what I mean? Um, I'm from Donaldsonville, Louisiana, you know what I mean? Originally, I grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, till I was about 25, 26, 35 now. You feel me? Make a long story short, man, I was a little trouble teen. I was hard headed, you know what I'm saying? I had my episodes or whatever like that. You know, I struggled with a drug addiction for about 7, 8 years. You know what I mean? I just got to a point in a time in my life where I wanted something different. I wanted something better, you feel me? And I knew for to do that and for that to happen for me, that I had to get out of my element. I had to get out of my comfort zone. I had to get around the same people that I knew. You feel what I'm saying? So I made a courage decision to go to Atlanta. But I went to Atlanta not knowing nobody, homeless. You know what I mean? Some kind of way I must have told my daddy and my mom and them that I was leaving and I was going to Atlanta or whatever like that, just to start over, because I was pursuing comedy then. You know what I mean? I was pursuing comedy then, but before I got to Atlanta, my cousin Rosemarie called me, and she was like, "Your daddy said, young, you out here to Atlanta. Your cousin stayed down there, whatever like that." And I'm like, "Well, he gonna come get you from the bus station?" So, boom, he came got me. Make a long story short, I ended up staying with them, getting a job, and I stayed out there for about 8, 9 months. Feel me? But I slipped back into my other ways. I started drinking heavy. Started to slip back on the drug situation, and I felt myself going back left, and I'm like, man, this ain't what I want. You know what I mean? This ain't what I want. Plus, I had just got my little comedy shit going, so I was kind of feeling good. I had built up a little self confidence in myself. So I made another courage decision to leave up. Went to Florida, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, to be exact. Shout out to my people out there when y'all see this. You hear me? Yeah, your boy doing podcasts now. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, man, this dude was wearing a wig like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And on that situation, no, don't get this twisted. You know what I'm saying? I paint my nails and shit, but this on some third eye shit. It's literally on some third eye shit. But I just couldn't see myself getting up every day, putting my energy into putting on a wig to make y'all laugh, bro. You know what I mean? I'd rather do this here. You know what I mean? It took a while for me to sit down and figure out what I wanted to do, but back to the topic, you know what I'm saying? I went to Florida. I went to a rehab for about 60 some days, and the rehab was over with, so it was time to go home. But at this time, I ain't got no home. I'm homeless. You know what I mean? But I could go back to Louisiana. I could go back to my mom's house. I could go back and start over and build, get my own. But I just was done with Louisiana, period. I was done with them people. I was done with that lifestyle. I was just done with it, period. I just wanted new shit. Plus, I had already seen Atlanta and Florida. Now, I'm like a college kid. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been nowhere else. I'm finna have fun. So, anyway, the rehab was over with. It was time to go home. So I didn't really have no home to go to, and I wasn't going back to Louisiana. So I called my mom. I talked to my mom, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? And she agreed that if I pick a place, you know what I'm saying, she'll pay for my ticket to get there. I was in the Fort Lauderdale airport for like 4 days. And this was during the pandemic, when it really was hitting, when like they wasn't nothing on the shelves with toilet paper, none of that. This is when it was really hitting. So, gonna make a long story short, I ended up picking Phoenix, Arizona. So I went out to Phoenix, Arizona. I was in the airport in Phoenix for like 3 days. Then I met this dude, Lenny. I was walking to a church, you know what I'm saying? Because they was giving out food and shit on like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you know what I mean? And I ain't want to just be like out there just like begging and shit like that. So I went to the church, you know what I'm saying, to try to look for assistance and resources and shit like that. But in the process of walking, I meet this dude named Lenny asking for a cigarette. Now at first this dude wouldn't go give me no cigarette. I'll show you how God works. It's like y'all got one that came over, you know what I'm saying? So I went running across the street. I got the cigarette from him. I got to running it with him, you know what I'm saying? Blase, told him my situation, how I was out there. I'm trying to find a job, get on my feet, start over new and shit like that there. Boom. So he ended up telling me, yeah, man, I can get you a job in the morning. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You can stay here with me and my brother, pay us $100 a week. Now, at this time, shit just sounded too sweet. You know what I mean? It's like, it's too well, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, people say they go do shit or things, you know what I'm saying? They don't ever do it. So I'm like, all right, at least I got a place to lay my head for the night, you know what I'm saying? These people pretty cool. They fed me and all that type shit. Whoop the whoop. So next morning, we get up. They go to work. They tell me where to go to do the little testing and shit. So I went, have everything. Make a long story short, I was working that same day. Feel me? So boom. I got back to doing my comedy. I got to work in, you know what I'm saying? Shit was like hit and miss, you know what I mean? Cause I'm still figuring it out as far as the city go and everything like that. Plus I was just a person that just didn't want to mess with nobody, talk to nobody. Especially since I had found me like a little comfort zone, I was really trying to stack it up and run it up. So boom, I ended up meeting this chick named Ariel or whatever like that. You know what I mean? At the job site where I was working at. And at the time, I didn't want to be over there with them no more, who had helped me get the job, and I was paying $100 a week because they was different than drugs. You feel what I'm saying? I'm already coming out of this water. I'm saying I don't want to touch it no more. You know what I'm saying? I know the fire hot. I ain't got to touch the bitch. You know what I mean? So boom, I ended up going with shorty, and life just kind of been going up since then. I ain't even gonna lie. Shit been going up since then. You know what I'm saying? I done had a beautiful son. My baby boy, you know what I'm saying, Zane, y'all done seen him on the book, you know what I mean? I do have 3 other kids, Zamaria, Toriana, and Josiah, but those are my Louisiana kids, you know what I mean? And when I say Louisiana kids, like, I had a lot of shit going on in Louisiana. Like, I had a lot going on. Like, I lost my best friend to fentanyl, you know what I mean? It's just, it was traumatic, bro. It was a lot of pain, and it was always like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? It really had got to a point where, like, it seemed like everybody around me was dying or going to jail. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, am I next? When I'm next? Like what's next type shit. So that was another thing that got me out of there, bro. But at the end of the day, I told y'all my little story. You know, gave y'all an update on it, like that just to let y'all know, for the ones that don't know me, you know what I'm saying, that just might scroll across this page, like, what this weird ass dude with this bald head and these fingernails talking about Fifth Avenue, you feel me? But it's a reasoning behind this, you know what I'm saying? It's a big reasoning behind this, you know what I mean? And my goal with this thing, you know what I'm saying, just like I'm sitting at Las Vegas airport right now, you know what I mean? I feel as though one day I could take this shit all the way to New York City to Fifth Avenue. You know what I mean? And that's one of my goals with this shit. You know what I mean? I'm finna take over Starbucks. They got to kick me out that bitch. I'm buying they drinks, they refresher. I'm buying that bitch and I'm sitting there and I'm podcasting every day. I'm trying to put 2-3 of them up. That's how hard I'm finna go with this. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna take too much time because I gotta keep every video under 10 minutes because I'm gonna be making skippets and cutting and editing in it. You know what I mean? But y'all stay focused, and like I say, you know what I'm saying? May God grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change and the wisdom and knowledge to know the difference. All right, man, I'm out. I'm finna go holler at BG right now. Peace.